Hi guys, this is Raghav here from Headphone Zone. Now, you've seen me make several videos talking about some incredible sounding headphones and earphones over the years, and it's very easy to kind of assume that good sound costs a lot of money. You'll find that at all budgets, there are some incredibly good sounding headphones and earphones that you can get. And one example that I tend to take all the time is these candy colored earphones that I use almost every day. This, what I have in my hand, is the KZ ZST. Now, these IEMs are quite incredible, and the first time I heard them, I quite literally couldn't believe my ears. They sound as good or better than earphones which we have at maybe 2 or 3 times the price of these. They're priced under 2,000 rupees. The KZ ZST is just one example of several Chi-Fi brands. Chi-Fi basically stands for Chinese hi-fi brands. And they're quite famous for making very, very cheap, inexpensive headphones and earphones which sound incredible. Now, of course, they're not very well marketed. You'll not find a lot of people talking about these. So you'll find that while these earphones are made entirely out of plastic and they're very lightweight and very nice and smooth to hold on to, the KZ ZST has 2 drivers on each side. One balanced armature driver, which is responsible for the mids and the highs, and one dynamic driver, which is responsible for the bass. The earphones also come with detachable 2-pin cables, and the one I have with me, the latest iteration, which is the ZST X, has got a really high quality silver cable along with an inline mic and remote that you can use to pick up and drop calls when you're using it with a mobile phone. And you'll find that you can even upgrade these cables to add in a 2.5mm balanced cable to improve the sound even further if you're using it along with a high-res audio player or an external DAC. Now, in terms of sound, why do these sound so good? Because the balanced armature driver is incredibly responsive. You find that even the smallest of details in the music gets translated to sound that you can hear. So there's a lot of details that you can hear on these earphones that simply cannot hear on most other earphones in this price segment. You'll find that they're crisp, they're tight. It doesn't sound like the music is coming from the middle of your head. It feels spaced out. You can hear different instruments coming from slightly different distances and slightly different directions. These earphones have a sound signature that I like to call balanced. You'll find that the mids have a lot of clarity, attention, the treble's nice and tight and sparkly, the bass is not flabby, it's tight, and it has a lot of thump. But you'll find a lot of people may also hear these for the first time and they may think that these earphones are a little too sharp, a little too bright because of that incredible amount of detail that the balanced armature driver brings in. There's somebody who probably wants a little bit more thump in the bass, or there's somebody who wants a slightly more smoother sound signature. Well, KZ has you covered. My second favorite earphones from this segment is these. This is the KZ ZSN Pros. Now, in terms of configuration, they're very similar to the candy color ZSTs. You'll find that they also have a hybrid 2-way driver system. There's a balanced armature driver and there is a dynamic driver. Now, what's different between the ZSN and the ZST is the tuning, the way that KZ has tuned these earphones. This has a slightly more exaggerated bass, a little bit more deeper bass, and the trebles are just a little bit more extended. So you'll find that it's a little bit more exciting. The trebles are a little bit more sparkly, the bass is a little thumping, and you'll find that it has all the detail, the resolution of the KZ ZST. But if you're somebody who wants an exaggerated V-shaped sound signature, the ZSN is basically for you. So I don't use both these earphones, but if I could, I'd probably use these for EDM, for Bollywood, for hip hop, for any kind of music that has a real low deep end. And I'd probably use the ZSTs for jazz, for classical, for pop, for rock, for anything that needs a little bit of sparkle in the treble. That would be the ZSTs for me. Between both these earphones, it's going to be pretty hard to find a better sounding earphone for the price. But you'll find that where KZ conquers all when it comes to the sound itself, these earphones, do keep in mind, are Chi-Fi earphones that have been built for a budget. And you got to be careful when you're using these. Can't drop them, can't fling them around. And if you take care of these earphones, I'm sure they should last you a long time.